Hi, and welcome to Brian's Random Thoughts, the podcast about my random thoughts. And today we're super lucky to have someone come on with us and be our very first guest. So, with that, welcome to the podcast, Carlos Espinosa.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Maybe just give us a quick bio or tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Born in Texas, spent most of my life there. I met you in college, University of North Texas, where we studied jazz saxophone. Then went to Kentucky after a brief stint as a music educator. Then moved here to New York about 2.5 years ago. Now I'm a producer for a post-production company.
And that's why he's on Random Thoughts.
Random life.
Life is random. I mean, gosh, the more I think about it, the more random I realize life is. But I guess that's kind of the fun of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, fun for some, not so fun for others.
It's not always fun. The journey's not always fun.
But, I don't know. I mean, I think about that and I wonder, if you think about your life as a story or like as a film, scene by scene it might not be fun. But, the movie is still a comedy or action. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like sometimes we get so caught up in the scene that we don't realize that it's still random. Even though it still seems random, it's still fun.
I think that's kind of the point of life, I guess. It's the saying, can't see the forest for the trees.
Right.
And it's like when you get to the end of a book and everything's finally tied together and it feels good no matter whether it was a good or a bad ending or a good or a dramatic story or
right.
It was always, that journey is always, it's always tough. It always
right.
takes you through good times, through bad times, and then once you can reflect on everything, it's usually all pretty good.
Yeah, the way my dad always refers to it is a trend line.
Mm-hmm.
Like which way are you trending? Because with the stocks, they go up and down, but which way is it trending? That's the important thing to remember. But anyway, why don't we get it started? I don't know if you heard this. I mean, because you're working. Anyone who knows post-production or any kind of thing in advertising, you can definitely have your head buried under a rock for weeks. But this week, was it this week or was it last week?
I think it was last week.
H&M had a bit of a situation. It was this week that passed. They had a situation with having a young African-American on an advertisement with a hoodie on.
Mm-hmm.
And on the hoodie...
What did that hoodie say?
The hoodie said, coolest monkey in the jungle. And
that's odd. That's an odd slogan.
So, okay, there's the obvious part of why that's just not cool.
Yeah, let's pause before you go on. Like, why is that a saying that you would want on a t-shirt anyway for somebody to wear? Like, who was like, it's cool being a monkey? Or like,
well,
who was at the zoo and is like, look at that monkey's cool.
But I think what they were thinking is like okay, there's a character on a popular Nickelodeon show, Dora the Explorer, Boots the monkey.
Okay.
So I think like generally like a cartoon monkey idea, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems kind of lazy because there was like the other kid, the white kid, he had like something like King of the Jungle or like it was a lion.
Like I get that. Like King of the Jungle, okay, I get that. Like that's an actual term. Like that is given to say lions, right? The King of the Jungle.
Right.
Have you ever heard coolest monkey?
No.
In the jungle. Like what are you insinuating?
But see that brings me to my point. I don't think that these things are just like accidents. I don't think that there's just it requires so much faith to believe that was an epic mistake because that's what it had to be.
You think it was on purpose?
I think it's on purpose. You know what I mean? Because who doesn't? Okay. So I was talking with my girlfriend about it, and she was saying that, H&M's from the company was started in Sweden, and they're not really just familiar with, that expression and how that, has a certain weight behind it here in America. But I kind of feel like who doesn't know what, it's not something that's exclusive to America, calling an African American or comparing or using that as a reference to describe an African American person, or an African person or just a black person. Let's just say black for the sake of the discussion. So I just feel like it kind of goes back to what you're saying. What was the thought behind that? Who said
just the slogan in general?
The
Like
slogan,
we
right.
haven't even gotten to the actual act that was outrageous. Just the slogan on the sweatshirt.
Yeah, just like
in general is kind of weird. Now, to kind of bridge the gap here, what happened is when they were selling this shirt. Now, I don't know if you're completely aware, but this was on the British or the English website.
right.
Right? The model was on the English website. It was a black child wearing this hooded sweatshirt that said, "Coolest monkey in the jungle."
In the jungle.
Right?
Right.
A little black boy
Right.
wearing a sweatshirt that said "Coolest monkey in the jungle." Brian will probably pop up the visual right here.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be right there.
And so, okay, we don't even really have to discuss, I don't think so, whether that's right or wrong. It's wrong, they apologize for it, and so...
Well, we can have that discussion. I was thinking about this. Can you imagine a world where the idea of a black child wearing a shirt that says "Coolest monkey in the jungle" had no negative connotation to it?
No, I mean, no. I cannot.
No, I'm saying like imagine. I'm forcing you to. I'm saying imagine there is a world that exists where racism is not an issue, and a term like that has not been assigned to a culture or people of a certain skin tone, so that saying has no meaning. Or the saying is, "Paper is cool," and he's wearing that sweatshirt, and you'd be like, "That's a weird slogan." Okay, this
Right.
kid wearing a sweatshirt. So imagine to somebody in this world that maybe is closed off to society and history, sees that, and it's as mundane of a saying as "paper is cool," right?
Right.
You have to at least agree that could exist.
So you're asking me, do I think, or if just, I'm imagining a world where people are you asking me, can I imagine a world where
No.
there's some people who might not read that slogan and think anything of it? Because if that's what you're asking, of course. I
Yeah.
definitely think that some people saw that and they didn't think twice about it.
Right, so I can understand some people's point of view saying, well, I looked at that and didn't think anything of it, but that's because they have no experience from which to be offended.
But they're not the issue, really. It's the people who put it out. Now, I don't think you're suggesting this, but are we imagining that everybody on that team, because it's not just
Absolutely
H&M.
not, no.
It's H&M, whoever's their agency for marketing, everybody involved in that slogan, even the model's parents, everyone, the talent, everyone. Was there no one who saw that and thought, man, this is probably not the best idea?
No, I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, H&M is a global corporation that
Right.
sells clothes globally, so you can't pretend, well, we're a Swedish company, we don't really understand that, or no, you sell to the world, so it's actually your job to be aware of the people you're selling to.